Hi, good evening. We are live today again because the recent update has come for Canada student visa category, and we wanted to share certain details with you. And I wanted to know how all of you think about the new update on passport submissions. So, Sat Shri Akal, Mr. Gill, I hope you're doing well and all of you are keeping safe. Some of you are still waiting for your AIPs. I understand that. Some of you have recently received your AIPs for fall 20, even if you have deferred your intakes or you have started your online classes. We are getting AIPs on daily basis, so that's a good news for sure. I have penned down some points which I will be discussing today for sure with all of you. And I'm just waiting for some more people to join in. So, very good evening to all of you again. Sat Shri Akal, Mr. Khan. I have all Punjabi speaking friends today, I believe. Okay, so the discussion is all about that. Good evening, Mr. Gill. So the discussion is about that IRCC is saying that a new passport submission request is going to no a new passport submission procedure is going to be in place next week. Hello, everybody on Instagram. I'm doing good. I hope all of you are also doing very well. So the new passport submission procedure, if we have to understand किनके लिए है वो किस कैटेगरी को बेनिफिट करने वाला है, क्या वो उन स्टूडेंट्स के लिए है जिनका AIP आ चुका है, या सम स्टूडेंट्स आर आस्किंग मी कि वो उन स्टूडेंट्स के लिए हैं जिनका बायोमेट्रिक हो चुका है, या वो किन स्टूडेंट्स के लिए नया पासपोर्ट सबमिशन प्रोसीजर आया है. बट ऑन द अदर हैंड IRCC ये भी बोल रही है कि VFS तो क्लोज ही रहेगा till 31st October 2020. So I cannot say it's a bad news or it's a very good news, but yes, it shows that IRCC is actually started doing something for students जो कि पिछले 6 या 7 महीने से वेट कर रहे हैं. तो जिन स्टूडेंट्स का बायोमेट्रिक हो चुका था और उनके पासपोर्ट सबमिट हुए थे मार्च में, अबाउट मार्च 16 मार्च 17 तक हमने पासपोर्ट सबमिट कर दिए थे. थोड़े ही टाइम बाद इट हैपेंड कि लॉकडाउन हो गया. जो कैनेडियन हाई कमीशन के ऑफिशियल्स इंडिया में काम करते हैं, दे वेंट बैक टू देयर होम टाउन्स और सारी प्रोसेसिंग बिल्कुल हॉल्ट हो गई. सो अब जो पासपोर्ट सबमिशंस होंगी नेक्स्ट वीक, वो सिर्फ उन लोगों के लिए है, क्योंकि हमें काफी ईमेल्स आई हैं. हमारे कुछ स्टूडेंट्स थे उस टाइम के जो पेंडिंग है, जिनका पासपोर्ट रिटर्न हो गया था, प्रोसेस नहीं हुआ था, मींस उस पर स्टिकर नहीं लगा था. तो सिंस वो पासपोर्ट रिटर्न हो गया था, स्टिकर नहीं लगा था, अब जो ईमेल्स आ रही हैं हमारी वेब पोर्टल्स पे, जो हमारा GC की अकाउंट होता है इन स्टूडेंट्स का, उसमें उन्होंने एक नया प्रोसीजर लॉन्च करना है फ्रॉम नेक्स्ट वीक मंडे ऑनवर्ड्स, which is your 19th of October 2020, जिसमें कि जो पासपोर्ट्स हैं इन स्टूडेंट्स के जो रिटर्न हो गए थे मार्च में ड्यू टू प्रोसेसिंग क्लोज होने की वजह से, जिन पे स्टिकर्स नहीं लगे थे, सबसे पहले वो वाले पासपोर्ट्स प्रोसेस होंगे. इट मींस उन बच्चों के वीजास ऑलरेडी फेब मार्च में ग्रांटेड थे, फेब मार्च 2020 में ग्रांटेड थे. अभी पासपोर्ट सबमिशन रिक्वेस्ट सिर्फ उन्हीं स्टूडेंट्स को आएंगी या उन्हीं कैंडिडेट्स को आएंगी जिनके पासपोर्ट प्रोसेसिंग से रिटर्न हो गए थे. VFS ने रिटर्न कर दिए थे, उनपे कोई स्टिकर्स नहीं लगा था, तो VFS इतने टाइम तक अपने पास पासपोर्ट्स नहीं रखना चाहता था, तो दे रिटर्न्ड इट टू द कैंडिडेट्स. नाउ दैट इज वन क्लैरिफिकेशन कि किनके लिए सबसे पहले पासपोर्ट सबमिशन रिक्वेस्ट आएगी. ऑन द अदर साइड ये भी बोला गया है IRCC की तरफ से, ये भी बोला गया है IRCC की तरफ से that now the candidates जिनका VFS तो क्लोज है, तो VFS में तो नहीं होने वाला है पासपोर्ट सबमिशन, तो कैसे प्रोसीजर होगा पासपोर्ट सबमिशन का. So they are going to have a collection system of your passports. Okay. So the collection system of your passports will be, they will arrange a call. We will be doing some calls to VFS from Monday, And the VFS also will be for taking appointments, and those appointments could be that where your passport will get collected. Maybe आपको जाना पड़ेगा किसी ब्लू डार्ट के ऑफिस में नियर बाय और अपना पासपोर्ट सबमिट करना पड़ेगा. वो पासपोर्ट जाएगा VFS के ऑफिस में और VFS उसको पे स्टिकर लगा कर देगा. दैट इज वन वे ऑफ डूइंग इट. सेकेंड वे ऑफ डूइंग इट इज कि हो सकता है कि आपको अपॉइंटमेंट लेनी पे और जहां पर आपका नियरेस्ट वेन्यू होगा पासपोर्ट सबमिशन का, इट विल नॉट बी VFS, इट कुड बी मोस्ट प्रॉब्ली अ कोरियर ऑफिस. वहां जाके आप अपना पासपोर्ट सबमिट करेंगे और वो पासपोर्ट पहुंचेगा VFS के पास और वो वापस आपको प्रोसेस करके देंगे. सो राइट नाउ ओनली स्टूडेंट्स हु और कैंडिडेट्स, चाहे वो विजिटर वीजा के कैंडिडेट्स हैं जिनका विजिटर वीजा अप्रूव था, या कोई भी और कैंडिडेट्स हैं जिनके किसी भी टाइप का वीजा अप्रूव्ड था मार्च 2020 में और अपने पासपोर्ट्स उन्होंने सबमिट किए थे VFS में स्टिकर्स के लिए फॉर वीजा स्टिकर, और ड्यू टू लॉकडाउन वो पासपोर्ट्स रिटर्न हो गए थे विदाउट प्रोसेसिंग, मींस विदाउट वीजा स्टिकर्स. अब सिर्फ इन्हीं स्टूडेंट्स के लिए या इन्हीं कैंडिडेट्स के लिए पासपोर्ट सबमिशन प्रोसीजर फॉलो किया जाएगा at first. So I hope I've tried to put clear a little bit about what kind of letters we are getting now only for students whose passports were returned unprocessed in March-April 2020. So those will be asked to pickup will be formed. A pickup will be arranged for their passports for submission to VFS. So that is one scenario. Now these students will then get their visa stickers, and then as per the travel restrictions or as per the travel exemptions or as per the travel support letter of their colleges, these students are going to travel first before all of you, before all other students who still do not have biometrics or still who do not have passport submission requests. Next, which is the next category of students. So I am going to take up some questions and I'm going to come back to the points that I wanted to explain today. So good evening to all of you once again. And Rohit is asking that I have got AIP for fall 20, but I deferred to January 21. Do I need to get new AIP or else what will be the further process? So this question comes often when I am live. So if you've got your AIP, where the next process will be that your biometric request can come, but it will only happen when VFS opens. VFS is not going to open until 31st October 2020. However, on 20th October 2020, which is after 2 days from now, we are going to get a new update on the COVID readiness plan of your respective DLIs, which will be updated on the IRCC website, which is Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada's website. All these colleges whose COVID readiness plan will be approved one by one, these students will then be eligible to travel to Canada. But there is a catch that your biometrics and visa sticker should have been done. So since VFS is closed, biometric cannot happen right now, but it may happen that they will have some other system of collection of biometric, like they have therefore trying to form a new system of collection of passport also. So we do not have clarification of how biometrics is going to get collected, but for sure they are going to update us on the 20th and on the 31st October 2020 of all the communication that I have had in the recent past regarding regarding the students, regarding the colleges having all updates given to the to IRCC and provincial and territorial governments asking updates from the colleges on their COVID readiness plan. So Rohit, we have to wait on your biometric procedure. Now there is another very interesting word or a category that people are talking about, electronic study visa. So there is something known as ETA, which is electronic travel authorization, which is already in place by IRCC, and it is given to many people, say traveling from USA or any other country, moving to Canada, and traveling to Canada, they have an electronic travel authorization where they do not need the sticker. They can travel just with the electronic authorization. Now, right now, there is no such official notification of a ETA or an electronic study visa for at least our Indian passport holders. We do not have any such notification. So if somebody is telling you that maybe electronic study visa can also happen, it may happen, but there is no guarantee that will they waive off the biometric process and start just passport collection, or will they start some electronic study visa like a ETA, which is your electronic travel authorization. So for these, we have to wait again till 20th or 31st of October 2020. But right now, a sigh of relief is for students whose passports were returned unprocessed, and they will be asked for collection of the passports very, very soon. And these kids will be the first to travel to Canada before everybody else. Now, students जिनका AIP है और biometrics जिनके हो चुके हैं, जिनका AIP है और biometrics हो चुके हैं, उनको भी वेट करना पड़ेगा passport submission request के लिए. Now, these are the second set of students who are going to be eligible for passport submission. So, सबसे पहले तो कैटेगरी उनकी आएगी जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स हमारे वो हैं जो अनप्रोसेस्ड पासपोर्ट्स रिटर्न किए गए. सेकेंड कैटेगरी उनकी आएगी जो AIP और बायोमेट्रिक्स दोनों कंप्लीट कर चुके हैं. सो आई होप आई हैव मेड माई सेल्फ क्लियर ऑन दैट पर्टिकुलर बिट. बट बायोमेट्रिक्स जिनका कंप्लीट हो गया उनके लिए बहुत कन्वीनियंट हो सकता है, बिकॉज आपको BFS खुलने का वेट नहीं अब करना पड़ेगा. अगर पासपोर्ट सबमिशन प्रोसीजर एक नया बना दिया है तो आपके लिए भी बहुत ही क्विकली पासपोर्ट सबमिशन की रिक्वेस्ट आ सकती है. सो मे बी अनदर मंथ वी शुड वेट अनदर मंथ. पर Wasim is asking, ma'am, what will be the scenario for students with biometric enrollment pending? Now, that's the difficult cat. So what Canada is doing right now, what IRCC is doing is, it's very easy for them to say that let's start a passport procedure, a submission procedure, a different submission procedure, but they are not giving any update on biometric enrollment. And to be very frank, right now I don't have an update on biometric enrollment or biometric collection, but I'm soon hoping to give you an update of whatever communication I have with the Canadian authorities or my partnering institutions. I will be able to give you some details about it, Wasim. So kindly allow me some more time, and I'm sure you'll be I'll be able to give you some more input, some more positive input, because I do not want to tell you something of which I am not aware. Biometric enrollment absolutely has no update as of now. So this is about the new passport submission category that or procedure that IRCC is going to shortly follow. And next, you have to understand about Jan intake. So Mr. Gill is asking me about Jan intake, the key update. So Jan intake for most of the colleges is going to go online. So if you think that biometric is going to open in November, and suddenly by December all students are going to travel because COVID readiness plan has been approved for all colleges, तो ऐसा तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं होगा. Because अगर आप simply Ontario की बात लीजिए, at least 10,000 students हैं जो Ontario के अंदर ही जाएंगे. Minimum. This is like minimum across some public institutions. Let me talk about some only public institutions जो Ontario के अंदर ही जाएंगे और जिनका से बायोमेट्रिक हो चुका होगा, तो उनका क्वारंटीन करना, उनका उनके लिए पासपोर्ट स्टैंप लगाना, उनके लिए कोविड रेडीनेस प्लान के हिसाब से या तो कॉलेजेस आपको रेजिडेंस पे रहने का जगह देंगे या आपको वो आपकी होटल्स बुक करेंगे. So it's not going to be easy for VFS, even if or the temporary passport submission procedure that are going to start, it is not going to be easy for them to stamp so many passports at one go. So it will be slot by slot that students will now be going to Canada. So those who have completed their biometrics are actually lucky because they could be on the second next category for travel. So that's what we feel would be the news now after those whose passport were returned unprocessed. So, Mr. Dinesh, yes, you can definitely send us your queries on WhatsApp, and we will try to get back to you as soon as possible. You can send it to us anytime, Mr. Dinesh, and we will get back to you at the earliest. Allow us one working day, please. मिस्टर गिल आज मैम एआईपी वाले बच्चे की सबमिशन लेटर बायोमेट्रिक डन सी बच्चे थे आज I yes Mr. Gill, we've got AIPs today. We have got, I have uploaded a video. I have got AIP for a student who have already started their online classes in September. AIP उनका अब आया है first 13th of October को. तो देर इज हाई प्रोबेबिलिटी आपकी ऑनलाइन स्टार्ट क्लासेस अगर स्टार्ट हो गई तो एआईपी आने की भी काफी हाई प्रोबेबिलिटी अगर आपका केस अच्छी तरह से प्रेजेंटेड है. स्टूडेंट जिनके अगस्त में फाइल्स लगी थी, जून में फाइल्स लगी थी, उनके भी एआईपी अभी कॉन्स्टेंटली आ रहे हैं. सो बेसिकली एआईपी एवरी डे अभी भी आ रहे हैं और एआईपी पे कोई स्टॉप नहीं आया है. एंड आई थिंक कि अगर बायोमेट्रिक नहीं खुला और जो भी इन्होंने टेम्पररी पासपोर्ट स्टैंपिंग प्रोसीजर्स करे हैं, रेडी करे हैं, दोज माइट लीड टू जनवरी ऑल्सो बीइंग इन स्टेज 1 स्टेज 2 प्रोसेसिंग. तो हो सकता है जनवरी की भी एआईपीज ही आए. बट सिंस इस बारे में कोई ऑफिशियल नोटिफिकेशन नहीं है जनवरी की फाइल प्रोसेसिंग के बारे में, सो इट इज पॉसिबल दैट इसलिए जनवरी के रिजल्ट्स अभी ऑन होल्ड हैं. कोई भी जनवरी के रिजल्ट्स हमारे पास नहीं आ रहे हैं. ऑल दिस इज ड्यू टू बिकॉज जो IRCC है वो कुछ भी ऑफिशियली नोटिफाई नहीं कर रही है कि क्या स्टेज 2 प्रोसेस जैन इनटेक की फाइल्स के लिए भी एप्लीकेबल होगा कि नहीं होगा. Balwinder is asking what can such students whose result for fall is still pending, classes going without AIP, even after months, expect raising web forms and say any other way out to know the status of your file? No, Balwinder, there's absolutely no other way. But I would like to tell all of you that people who were into spousal sponsorship applications, these people have actually started a big deal of a group. They have started and they have raised a concern to IRCC as a group, and they are posting. About 5,000 people are in this group, and they have started this mission of telling IRCC how painful and how difficult it is for them to stay away from their families or very close family members. And I think all of us together, we should also start something for our international students who are going through this, because only and only when you push, when you tell them that this is the problem that we are facing while we are sitting in India, maybe when the concern gets bigger, the voices may be heard quicker. So I think it's time that you people really start pushing a lot on the IRCC Twitter handle. So I think that's what, or the Facebook, raise a concern over there, or form a group. So Sameer is saying the right thing, Balwinder, that we should wait for the AIP because AIPs are coming every day. Do not lose patience. I know you've been studying online for so long, but do not lose patience yet, because we are getting AIPs. You are waiting since 16 July. We have students waiting since March and still waiting. And Feb, I think Ramandeep here is telling that Feb की files complete जो pending है, January intake defer कर दिया है, result अब कब तक आएंगे? This girl and so many other girls. So we know March results are pending, but now very less of March and Feb results are pending. A lot of these results are already clear, and specifically the results that are have been cleared are cleared are also from July to September. File submissions have already been cleared. I think we do not have more than about 100 files is what will be pending with us, and not more than this for results. So just keep a little more patience, because they are going to give the results for sure. And understand that people who have already received refusals, they have already cleared their eligibility assessments and all other type of assessments with or without biometrics. So these students will be refiling only for the next available intakes if they wish to refile or withdraw. But students whose AIPs have come, in high probability you are going to get your stage 2 approval, because admissibility checks are the only things which are pending, and medical checks. So admissibility, medical, biometric are the three things that are pending. And hardly any students have any criminal background as such. So just understand that we need to be a little more patient as far as your results are concerned. But if you have started online classes, continue to do so. Do not stop on your online classes at all. So Balwinder, I know you people have been tweeting on continuously on IRCC Twitter handle, but there are so many of them. So we will have to form a group like sponsorship, spousal sponsorship advocates, the group that is informed by the spousal applicants. And IRCC is promised to process 40,000 spousal sponsorship applications by the end of this year. So I'm hopeful that for you people also, for all my study permit students also, it would be some good news should be coming in, because whatever news they have given today, that they're going to start a new temporary procedure is not a small thing. I mean, there are hundreds and hundreds of students out there whose passports were returned unprocessed. So that's a good news for them at least, and we are hoping to get some good news for all of you as well. So, let's talk a little bit about the college quarantine plan, the readiness plan, which is going to be permitted, or which is going to be approved by IRCC. So please understand that IRCC is in very close communication with all the community colleges and universities of Canada, and they are looking at approving the COVID readiness plans for these institutions. Either students will be asked to stay in the residence of the colleges, or they will be the colleges and universities are booking hotels for the students, and they will be asked to stay in these hotels. And regarding who is going to bear the cost of this quarantine is still being discussed, but it is going to be like a mixed nature offer. Like there'll be some amount that will be paid by you, and some that is going to be paid by the college when you take the quarantine plan that is approved by the territorial or provincial authorities. So yes, be ready for some more costs that you will be incurring once you take up the quarantine plan of the institutions. But the colleges and universities are also trying hard that they are able to take you in as early as possible, and that is only going to happen once they have been approved of a very strong quarantine plan. So now suppose you have done, आपका biometric हो चुका है, you are most welcome Balwinder. Suppose आपका biometric हो चुका है और आपका AIP आ चुका है, तो जो आपकी नेक्स्ट कैटेगरी ऑफ पीपल विल बी देयर जिनका एक्सेप्टेंस आएगी, पासपोर्ट सबमिशन रिक्वेस्ट आएगी, वो इन्हीं स्टूडेंट्स की होगी जिनका बायोमेट्रिक ऑलरेडी हो चुका है और AIP आ चुका है और उन्होंने अपनी ऑनलाइन क्लासेस से स्टार्ट कर ली हैं. नाउ पासपोर्ट स्टैंपिंग होने के बाद भी पहले वो स्टूडेंट्स ट्रैवल करेंगे जिनका कोर्स हाइब्रिड होगा, और जिन बच्चों का कोर्स ऑनलाइन होगा वो स्टूडेंट थोड़ा लेट ट्रैवल करेंगे. बट इसका मतलब ये नहीं है दैट यू हैव टू स्पेंड 2 or 3 सेमेस्टर्स इन इंडिया. आप बहुत ही जल्दी ट्रैवल करेंगे, दिस इज फॉर श्योर, बिकॉज अभी भी हमारे काफी स्टूडेंट्स हैं जो मार्च से जिनके वीजाज आए थे वो अभी रिसेंटली ट्रैवल करके गए हैं. और बट अब थोड़ा कनाडा में केसेस जो बढ़ रहे हैं उसकी वजह से IRCC या आपके जो CBSA ऑफिसर्स हैं वो फिर से थोड़े स्ट्रिक्ट हो रहे हैं एट द एयरपोर्ट अथॉरिटीज. सो if you're still waiting for your AIP and you have not started your online classes, तो आप please defer करें to January 21 or September 20 or May 21 intake, because otherwise January intake has very few seats left. And don't be thinking that you'll wait another month for your AIP and January intake seats would still be available by the end of October. It's not going to be so. Many people have already deferred and January intake is going quite full. Balwinder, I know that's not serving the cause, raising the web form. I have 1 or 2 email IDs. if you can just WhatsApp me, I will send you 1 or 2 email IDs where you might want to email and try if you get a revert. I cannot be sure if they will work or how much they will work, but why don't you just try doing that if you've been actually been waiting for so long? In fact, I can share it with everybody. So kindly WhatsApp me and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Balwinder, maybe that is going to help you. So that's what I can say. So many students confuse VFS with embassy. So please understand, embassy is a different organization. VFS is a different organization. VFS is working to process your stampings and your biometrics collection, your photographs and other things. So in VFS is not working in India till 31st October 2020. VFS is not going to work. However, the embassy, which is processing a decision on your application, is currently working and is going to continue to work. Now, colleges and universities are working with the Public Health Department of Canada, territorial and provincial governments of Canada, and they are coming up with this COVID-19 readiness plan by October 20th, 2020. So do not forget to check the IRCC official website on October 21st, 2020 and figure out if your college has been approved for the COVID-19 readiness plan. ये बहुत important है, आपको IRCC की website को monitor करना है, follow करना है. Twitter follow करते हैं IRCC का, that's also a good thing because they will update you regarding this. So please understand that it's time that you people, if you have already deferred to Jan intake, understand that we should be getting some good news for students जिनका already biometric हो चुका है, वो definitely पहले जाएंगे. अब जिनका biometric नहीं हुआ है और सिर्फ वो AIP के साथ अपना classes लगा रहे हैं, आप please classes लगाइए, क्योंकि जब पासपोर्ट सबमिशन रिक्वेस्ट का एक नया प्रोसीजर फॉर्म किया जा सकता है, तो बायोमेट्रिक्स का भी कोई ना कोई प्रोसीजर जरूर फॉर्म किया जाएगा. इट कुड बी कि बायोमेट्रिक कैन नॉट बी वेव्ड ऑफ, तो वो तो क्वेश्चन में ही नहीं है कि बायोमेट्रिक वेव ऑफ हो सकता है. बायोमेट्रिक होगा, वो इंडिया में होगा, कनाडा पहुंच के होगा, और there will be some other way of connecting biometric. We are going to get that news very soon is what we are hoping. But first hope अभी ये है कि पासपोर्ट जो न्यू कलेक्शन प्रोसीजर है वो किस तरह का रहेगा, जो कि वो पिकअप बेसिस ही होगा. दैट इज ऑल्सो फॉर श्योर कि वो पिकअप बेसिस ही होने वाला है. बट वी आर स्टिल hopeful that many of our students who've been waiting for 6 months with unprocessed passports will now be able to travel. In fact, we will be doing some more videos on what you face at the airport. Many students were returned from the airport during this time because colleges or the airport authorities said that your course is not offline, your course is not hybrid. So we have to be careful because आप देखिए, please understand कि we all want to go to Canada. हमें कनाडा जाना है, कनाडा की फाइल लगाई है, 15 लाख, 16 लाख, 17 lakhs we've spent, we've put in so much money. But understand, you are safe where you are right now. Canada has a lot of COVID cases right now. Just in Toronto, I have my family staying there, and just in Toronto, we have like 700 to 800 new cases every day. Look at the land area of that country and look at the number of people that they have got. इतने ज्यादा केसेस इतनी जल्दी आ रहे हैं. रिकवरी रेट इंडिया का तो इनफैक्ट बहुत अच्छा है, बट कनाडा इज नॉट लाइक दैट. एंड a lot of population is in the older age group, so it's not like you are totally safe and जाते ही आपको वहां पर काम मिल जाएगा. It is not going to be that easy how it is going to be, how it was before. So if you're able to save some money sitting here, it's okay. Now this is just my one point of view for people who are really restless about about the visas that have not been granted. But having said that, I understand कि इंडिया में रहकर जब आप पढ़ रहे हैं तो आपको इतनी फीस ही देनी पड़ रही है जितना आप इंटरनेशनली अगर रहते और पढ़ते. सो विच इज द रॉन्ग थिंग ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ IRCC. ऐसा तो नहीं होना चाहिए कि आप उतनी ही फीस दे रहे हैं जितनी आप अगर कनाडा में बैठे होते तब देते. सो that is something which IRCC should really take action on, and we are trying that we will start some sort of a group or some sort of and a contact we are trying to establish किसी तरह से with the IRCC Twitter handle के साथ या IRCC authorities के साथ, where we can push, bring all school students together and try to raise a concern regarding the delays and how it is impacting all the students. So for January, again, I don't know if AIP, we are expecting that AIP he stage 2 process, 1-2 process ही follow होगा for January also, because अभी तक VFS खुलने की कोई भी notification नहीं है. I'm just summing up कि जो notification आई है passport submission request की, वो सिर्फ उन students के लिए, उन clients के लिए, उन category of applicants के लिए हैं जिनके passport unprocessed return थे और उनके बाकी सारे procedures completed है और उनके पास एक passport submission request letter भी available है, तो उन्हीं का होगा. The next category that will be asked for passport stamping will be ones जिनका AIP और biometric दोनों उनके पास है. उसके बाद जो ट्रैवल कर पाएंगे एप्लीकेंट्स वो होंगे जिनकी क्लासेस हाइब्रिड या सिंक्रोनस मोड में होंगी. And rest we are eagerly waiting for the COVID-19 readiness plans, which need to be approved by the territorial and provincial governments of Canada. So 20th October को उसका wait करेंगे, and we will get back to you with the update and with the list that has been published by IRCC officials. And लास्ट फॉर स्टूडेंट्स जिनका AIP आ गया और उनको कंटिन्यूसली ये क्वेश्चन है कि कहीं स्टेज 2 में उनका रिजेक्शन तो नहीं हो जाएगा. जस्ट नोट दैट स्टेज 2 में रिजेक्शन सिर्फ मेडिकल की वजह से या फ्रॉडुलेंट डॉक्यूमेंट्स की वजह से या क्रिमिनल इनएडमिसिबिलिटी की वजह से हो सकता है. अगर इन तीनों में से आपका कोई भी इशू नहीं है तो सेकंड स्टेज पे अप्रूवल इज ऑलमोस्ट इम्पॉसिबल. So be a little calm on that bit. If you've got your AIP, it's almost equal to being granted a visa. Last, another thing I would like to say that students whose AIPs have still not been received और उनकी अगर files अभी भी embassy में हैं और उनका अगर IELTS expire हो गया, आपको IELTS देने की जरूरत नहीं है दोबारा. Do not get into this confusion. Do not get into this stress. आपको IELTS दोबारा नहीं देना है. अगर एम्बेसी में फाइल सबमिट करते हुए आपका IELTS वैलिड था, then you will be getting result basis that only. आपका कोई भी रिक्वेस्ट IELTS रिपीट करने की नहीं आएगी because of IELTS expiry. Because when जब आपने सबमिट किया था अपना IELTS, तो उस टाइम पे आपका IELTS बिल्कुल वैलिड था और उस टाइम पे वो IELTS का स्कोर लॉक हो गया था as per the validity and the date of submission. So that is what was what I wanted to talk to you all today. So you can decide now, that if the new procedure that has come up for students whose unprocessed passports were returned, it's good or bad. And I would say it's good for them, but for students who are still waiting for their AIPs or they have no clue on their biometrics, we are still standing, at the same spot where we were, say, in the beginning of this month. So let's be more patient how we have been, and let's try to connect again some days if whatever updates we get, and then let's see what could be done. And for anybody who wants to get in touch with us, WhatsApp would be the best way, and then we can connect as per your convenience. So thank you for being here today. So there is a new, a festival that we celebrate, so which is started today, which is Navratra. So I would like to wish all of you a very happy Navratras, and I hope a lot of good news comes in for all of you. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I might take some time to revert, but I definitely try to get back to all of you. And thank you for watching me and watching the channel. If you want me to specifically talk about any particular topic, I would be happy to do that as well. And probably I can make a video for all of you for a specific topic. Though I have a lot of things that I can actually talk, but the time does not permit me to do so. But I hope as soon as all of you, get your, visa stickers, I think that will be an achievement for all of us together as a community. So let's meet again in some days. Until then, stay safe, stay home if you possibly can, as much as you can. Wear masks, maintain distancing, wash your hands, and stay safe, take care of yourself. And Mr. Chetan wants to ask me a question here, so I will be taking up that question before we log off today. Yes, Chetan, I'm waiting for your question. And IRCC may consider ETA for India as travel has eased. So, as I discussed in the beginning of this, live session, that ETA is an official, method for allowing travel across borders between countries, but ETA or electronic study visa is still not being made official. But if they do so, it will be a great news for all our Indian students, because the number of students going from India are huge, and they are really adding a lot to the economy of the Canadian of the country, Canada. And electronic study visa or an electronic visa grant for our students would be the best thing, and that looks like an alternative for not having biometrics, right? So that looks like an alternative, but it's not yet official. Chetan, no, you do not need to update IRCC if you start your online classes. If you have, you are all right. You do not really have to do any such update to IRCC, that unless they ask you to do so. So you are fine. Chetan is asking, passport submission request is coming to complete file with AIP student. No, passport submission request I've already explained. So once we close this live, Chetan, I would request you to kindly go through the session to help you understand, because that was I gave some. It will take me some time again to give that explanation. Minaz is asking, do I have to submit my passport by courier to VFS, or do I need to personally go to VFS with my passport and related documents? Do I need to pay for the courier charges when they return back? Yes. So all students who have a passport submission request, they will be contacted by VFS mostly by the next week. If you are not contacted by the VFS for a pickup of your passport, you will need to call them and take an appointment, and then they will tell you the closest venue where you have to drop off your passport, and you have to take your original passport and the passport submission letter, Minhas. And yes, you will have to pay about 550 to 600 Indian rupees for your passport submission. So it can vary from country to country, the passport, courier charges. Maybe Wasim is saying maybe IRCC would instruct to give biometric at the hospital approved by IRCC and collect biometric just the way medical are correct. Wasim, I think that's a great idea. I hope they do that and collect it. So they should probably form a center where they can collect. But I think why they are not doing biometric is because there's going to be a rush of students, and everybody sitting on their heads that they should grant passport submission request once the biometric is done. And I think biometric is the only way out for them to stop all of you from getting your passport stamped. So I think they're playing it very smart, and they know how to hold all of us back in our home countries. So while they want all of you to come, but they also want to keep their citizens and permanent residents safe who are currently in Canada. So I think they're going to take some more time to get back with the biometric collection provisions. So that's what I personally think it is. But since we have to work the way IRCC expects us to work, there's no really way out of this. So we have to wait for them to tell us how biometrics will get collected. All right. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining today. And let's connect again. If anybody gets any update, kindly update us, on our Instagram, Facebook page, update other students, help each other is what I've always been saying. And let's connect again soon. And I hope all of you got some good positive information today, and I'll be happy to help if there is any major issue or question that you people have, and just WhatsApp me. It's always the best way to communicate and easy for me to get back to you, because taking the calls is not always so easy considering the work schedules. So have a very great weekend, and I will see you again soon, all of you. Thank you. Good evening to all of you.